So today it's time for another cup of tea, and I'm back home. So I got this view here. Now this cup of tea, again, like usual, it's special and amazing and a very unique tea, but this time, well, you can't buy this one. So this tea today is a green tea, and it's an experimental tea. It's from a farm where they don't usually make green tea. They only made a little bit of it, and I actually bought everything that they had because it was such a little amount. But we're going to try some of this today. And out of the many benefits of working with partner farms, family-run farms, is that we do get to try this stuff that nobody else gets their hands on. Only the people that have a really good relationship with these farms are able to try some of this. And so I don't know if you can quite see it here, but this green tea is really high quality, and the reason you can tell it is because the buds, or the tops of the tea leaves, are furry and sort of silver gold. Look into the tea here, you can see that there are sort of these silver threads going through it. The Chinese translation is fur, but I think thread would be a better way of describing it. But anyways, time to get started. So this is green tea, so you don't want the water to be too hot, and you don't want to steep it for quite as long as you would in oolong, because as you can see, the leaves are kind of already open. You don't need hot water to get them open. So this is the first steep, and pretty quick. I don't want to over steep this stuff just because it is such a delicate tea. Oh, and you can definitely smell the terroir from the leaves here. So I just tried the tea here, and unfortunately I did not store this the right way. There are some of the floral characteristics that I'm used to with this tea, but I'm also tasting a lot of oolong and other teas that it was stored beside. Yeah, oops. Anyways, I'm going to do the second steep here, and hopefully I'll be able to get some of the beautiful florals that I was used to. As you can see, I just wrapped it up with, I was out of those little plastic things, just wrapped it up with a elastic band. Bad. So I've just tried the second steep here, and it's getting much better. I think I washed away some of those oolong flavors that were lingering to the tea here, and now the floral characteristics are starting to come out. So here we go, steep number 3 on this beautiful August day. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the smell that I was used to with this tea. It's sort of a jasmine-y, earthy smell that's coming off this tea. Oh, it's funny, eh? Because you watch other people drink tea online, and they never do anything wrong. They never spill anything. They never drop their dishes or their cups or their gaiwans. Well, anyways, I'm not that type of guy. Okay, so here we go. Going into the third steep here. Oh yeah, there's the stuff. So this tea's got some quite nice sort of rounded up front bitters that turn into sort of that floral-y flavor that I mentioned earlier, with a very smooth swallow. There's no resistance. And the aftertaste is quite beautiful. I mean, it's a very lingering, beautiful aftertaste. But I can't help but feel it's a little more unpolished than the teas that I've been drinking recently from the mountain on Lishan. So we're headed into the fourth steep here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this in a little bit longer just to pull out the last of its flavor. I might get one more steep out of it, but I really want to get the strong flavor from it for this fourth steep. Yeah, you can see my tea setup here is not exactly the most involved, but I got a house full of toddlers, so if this breaks, if they manage to break it, then it's pretty easy to replace. One of the things I like the most about the green teas is that after you put them in hot water, they turn right back to tea leaves. Same color, same consistency. You can tell whether they are organic or not. You can see there's lots of bug bites on these guys. Oh. So on that fourth steep there, those are those floral notes that I was looking for. And the bitters are also a little bit there and a little bit too strong, but the floral notes are very overpowering. So we're just going into the fifth steep here. I'm going to leave this one extra long because I'm really enjoying those flower notes, and they really are. They're just sort of like a bouquet of jasmine flowers, just in the back of your throat. And just a little lesson here. You can see this leaf. It's just covered in bug bites, and if you're buying organic tea and you're not being able to see at least one or two leaves when you take a look at the leaves that have bug bites on it, you should think twice. Finishing up with the fifth and last steep, and then I'm gonna drink some of this and see if that see how that floralness lasts into the fifth steep here. So overall, I quite like this green tea, even in its unpolished state. Like I said, they only made a tiny little bit, and I bought all of it. But I'm hoping that they're going to work on it and make it better going forward, so that in the future, you guys can buy some too.